Today I will be using the Explain Everything app to break down how we can solve complex multiplication problems using mathematical reasoning and a practice I like to call partitioning. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down bigger numbers into smaller multiplication problems that we can do in our head rather than having to use a calculator. So say we have the problem 543 times 21. I wouldn't be able to do that in my head or using estimation unless we broke it down into smaller parts. So we're going to break it down into place value. So first off, we're going to work with the 500, the 100 place value. So I'm going to do 500, and then I'm going to, because that's the 500 place value, and then we're going to hop over and look at this 2 over here. And I'm going to make this 20 because that's an easier number to work with. So we have 500 times 20. We're ignoring the 43 and we're ignoring the 1 for this problem. Now, we have to account for this other place value here with the 500. So I'm going to do 500 times 1 to get this 1 into the problem. Next, we're going to focus on the tens place value. So this 4 right here and this 2. Again, we're going to partition so that way we can use numbers that are easier to work with. So I'm going to do 40, ignoring this 3, and 20, because that's an easy number to work with. Again, we have to account for this 1, so I'm going to do 40 times 1, and that we have our tens place. Finally, we have our ones place, and that's the 3s and the 1s. Now we have to take this 3 and distribute it to the entire 20, so I'm going to do 3 times 20, because that's an easy number to work with, and then again, have to account for the 1, so I'm going to do 3 times 1, to get all of your answers. Now, we're going to go through and we're going to multiply these across. So, 500 times 20 would be 10,000. 500 times 1 would be 500. 40 times 20 is 800. 40 times 1 is 40. 20 times 3 is 60, and 3 times 1 is 3. If I add all of these numbers up, then we'll get our answer for our multiplication problem. So we have 3, 4 plus 6 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 plus 6 is 14, carry the 1. And then 1 and 1. So our multiplication solution would be 543 times 21 equals 11,403.